Hello and welcome to the Global Poker League Summer Series live from Las Vegas. I'm Laura Cornelius. We've already seen one very good match earlier on. It was a little bit of a change to the schedule, but we put Joe Stapleton inside the cube with Marc-Andre Ladouceur. Obviously, he didn't win. Marc-Andre taking that one for the Montreal Nationals, although it wasn't for any points. It was just a friendly. We have a match, 4 points, coming right up for you, though. Today, we will see Raiden Khan of the Hong Kong Stars take on Joao Simao of the Sao Paulo Mets.
Hello, my babies, and welcome to the Global Poker League Summer Series. I am Uncle Daddy Joe Stapleton, and this is Eric Danis. Eric, should we focus on the positive or the negative?
Positive.
Let's focus on the positive and not the fact that the London Royals didn't show up. They didn't show up this morning.
Also, your 1 hour contract has expired, so congratulations for making the GPL. A lot of people have not. You're the 73rd player to be in the GPL. Congratulations, Joe. You scored 0 points.
I've been many people's last choice on different occasions before, whether it comes to jobs, as far as prom dates go, that sort of thing. So I'm always willing to be someone's last choice. So, yeah, so we did have, we're going to figure out rule-wise what that means, by the way. We're not quite sure yet. We're still feeling things out on the league.
Yeah, emergency meeting booked for tomorrow morning. So we'll have to see Monday morning. The press release is going to be huge. I think it'll overtake Warriors Cavaliers talk on First Take, actually.
I think it will. We're going to have to get Professor Xavier to float his little wheelchair in here using his mind powers and decide what he wants to do about today's 9 points up for grabs. We do have a match for you right now, though, and the players are here. Let's see who they are.
Hey, we have Joao Simao.
Oh, thank you very much.
The number 2 ranked poker player.
You're saying you're talking about today's matchup?
That's right, today's matchup.
Oh,
here
there it is.
Yeah, Joao Simao, the number 2 ranked player on Pocket Fives. But just Joao Simao, what an amazing start to 2016, online especially. Just a monster, Joe. Was ranked as high as number 1 just a few days ago. So congratulations to him. There's a lot of players playing live poker, or even more playing online. So just an amazing feat by becoming number 1 on the Pocket Fives ranking.
Is that a soccer joke?
No, not
amazing
at all.
Amazing feat.
You kicked that one out of the park. Oh, see what I did there? A little hybrid. He's facing Raiden Khan. Raiden Khan, who's had a great start to his GPL career. He's scoring at almost a 70% efficiency rate. So really a good matchup here. Both teams at 100 points, which we'll take a look at the standings soon. But at 100 points for both teams, there's a lot on the line here today, Joe.
Yeah, we're not going to get to do an interview with Raiden Khan because he's not super comfortable with his English at the moment. But, man, does that guy look like a badass. Can't wait to get down there. Let's take a look at the Eurasian standings, of which Raiden Khan is a member of the Hong Kong Stars. Take it away, Eric.
Yeah, as we see a victory for the Stars today, we'll push them to first place, at least temporarily. But, that team has a chance at first place with a win today. So 6 or 9 points, at least 2 of the 3 games won. Hong Kong will overtake the Wolverines. And, hey, those Stars were in first place early in the year. They were the upset special. A lot of people picking them to finish last. That does not seem like that's even going to happen at this point. So really a good start to the year for the Stars. They've been struggling a bit of late, although things really picked up when Nanonoko had that big sweep earlier this week, or I guess last week now, in the Cube. So really things are
Time
looking up.
just blends together in the Cube. I don't know what year it is. Who is president? All right, let's take a look at the league standings for the Americas.
Speaking of the Americas.
No, seriously, who is president?
Mr. Barack Obama.
Still?
Yeah.
I didn't miss it. Okay.
I believe Martha Stewart will be the next president. reality star.
Guy Fieri.
There, that'd be amazing. The Nationals, of course, sitting on top with 121 points. So scary this today, Joe, that the London Royals decided not even to show up for this match. Marc-Andre Ladouceur, of course, winning last week, 7 days ago.
Does this have any points added so far from the last match? So no. So he's
still in the balance.
He's definitely going to get some points from that.
That's right. Montreal will extend their lead.
They're going to extend their lead. We just don't know by how much just
That's
yet.
Right. That's
okay.
Right. So we see that. So the LA Sunset will be upset by that, of course, because they will lose some momentum that they gained just a few days ago. The Mets are here, Joe. The Mets will finish third no matter what, after this match is over, but do have a chance to really step things up and be. That's right. But we become part of that big three. We have a big two for the moment, but the Mets could really get involved in that big three. It does look like the Mets are looking or eyeing a playoff spot. Things are looking good for the Sao Paulo team.
You think things are looking good for the Sao Paulo team. I think that Joao Simao from Sao Paulo is looking good himself. He's down on the floor right now with Laura Cornelius.
Thanks, Joe. I am indeed here with Joao Simao, just talking about what a phenomenal year you've been having online. Talk us through what's been going on for you and what you put it down to. Have you just been putting a lot of extra work into this?
Yes, it's going a really good year for me, but now I take a break to play live games, and I'm changing for my born seat where I born. So I'm moving for where I born. So the second part of the year I will play less, So I'm not thinking about ranking or something like this, because I will not have time enough to play. But it was really great the start of the year for sure.
Yeah, and we're coming into a hybrid, as we like to call it, of live and on. We've had this cube here in Las Vegas.
Yes, it's amazing. I hope to keep pushing here,
100% efficiency rate.
Yeah, and we will keep it.
Yeah? Do you know much about Raiden Khan, your opponent today? Have you ever played him before?
I just played with him one time, but I'm not good friends with him, I don't know him personally, but he's a really nice guy, and I hope to play with him soon.
We haven't seen that much of you in the GPL. I think it was just a couple of six-max matches. So this is the first time. Heads up. How's your heads-up game?
Yeah, I'm a tournament player, so I don't play too much heads-ups, but I try to study it because it's a big jump prize from the second for the first place. So I feel confident to play heads-up. It's not my main game, but I'm able to play.
Can we hear a sweep song from you today?
A what?
A song
like Mojave?
Felipe? Yeah.
I have better songs than
Oh, that's what we like to hear. Okay, yeah. So if we see you win a game, we might get a song from you.
Okay.
All right, vamos.
Vamos.
Thank you so much, Joao Simao. Best of luck inside the cube today versus Raiden Khan. Back to you guys at the desk.
Vamos, Joao Simao, pow.
Look at that smile. That's a great smile.
He does have a lovely smile, that guy. That's a. I also think the lighting in here is flat because look at this.
Yeah.
My smile's not that good usually. I'm going to take these lights with me everywhere. Now, we heard Joao Simao say that he doesn't consider himself to be an expert, but there's something here on this little sheet, Eric, that says otherwise to me.
Yeah, I wish I was not an expert and still have won a W Coupe heads-up title. So, yeah, a W Coupe heads-up title in 2014 would tell me that Joao Simao is actually a very good heads-up player. About 80,000 won that day. Laura did mention something interesting too, Joe, that this team has yet to lose one single game inside the cube. They have collected all 18 points, 100% rating. So a lot on the line here. That streak needs to continue for them to really go up. Yeah.
I mean, if you get a lot of your team's already got a lot of points, but as you said, they're in third place.
Yeah.
And they are stuck there no matter what.
That's right.
But they can get real close to second place if they can win out all 9 points today. And I think that makes for a great story here on the GPL to have one team just absolutely smashing in the cube. Do you think it's something? Do you think it's maybe like all the architecture, all the construction happening in Brazil right now for the Olympics, that this particular structure works for them?
Yes, absolutely 100%. I think this cube is actually going to be played, where the badminton is going to be played. Actually, it's going to be shipped down there. So
really, I love badminton.
That's right.
Badminton in a cube. There are a lot of things that we seem kind of crazy because we're putting poker in a cube.
Right.
There are some things that don't work in a cube. Badminton, for example.
Badminton, yeah. The ceiling especially would be the issue. Yeah.
Horseshoes doesn't work in a cube.
Well, could be fun.
It's just a tight space.
That's right. If you break the glass, you are disqualified. I think it works.
Oh, that's I can just see Alex sweating right now thinking about breaking pieces of the cube. So we've got Joao Simao, Raiden Khan. We didn't get a chance to speak to Raiden because he is going to go straight into the cube, and He seems like an awesome dude, though.
Yeah, he's looking sharp too. I think it'll be fun to see him on camera. He's really looking the part today. He's looking for those points. We mentioned earlier you were in the cube. We mentioned that he was one to sweep, the first one to ever sweep a 6-max. Actually, you were here when we talked about that. But that's quite surprising. He eliminated every single player at his table in one of the 6-max matches. Mentioned earlier, this will have to be one player he'll need to eliminate 3 different times in order to continue their streak. Nanonoko, of course, sweeping last time, so the Hong Kong Stars on a 3-game win streak, so streak will end today.
You know what? I want to address something real quick. I read in the Twitch chat earlier. I want to remind everybody you can watch us on Twitch. Maybe you're already, twitch.tv/GPL. That's how you can chat with us. Also, you can tag your tweets with the hashtag GPL. And someone was like, lol, 2 guys, 2 no-names we've never heard of before in this second match here. And I just want to be like, hey, man, there is a whole world outside your doorstep, all right? Whatever country you're from, and seems to be honest like an American or an English thing to say.
Yeah.
There's a whole world out there, and these guys that are playing. Now, I was in the dark too during the draft when these names were getting pulled, all the ow sounds and the cons and the names I couldn't pronounce from other countries, including Russia, by the way. These are really good poker players, so don't worry about that. And sort of the whole point of the GPL is that we are going to make some superstars here. So you may be the first person to ever see them in action. And I believe it is time to get to that action. It's time for poker to the power of 3. Let's take it on down to the cube.
Players, please enter the cube.
Enter the cube.
Oh my God, I got my favorite player already. Raiden Khan looking amazing.
You said he was looking sharp. I can guarantee you that whatever carved that stuff into his head was also sharp. All right, both players start with stacks of 50,000 chips. Blinds are 2 and 400, and they go up every 4 minutes. That's all you need to know for now. So even though Joao starts off with a pretty strong hand, heads up, it's Raiden who outflops him. Bet and a call. Raiden turns 2 pair. This time it goes check, check. Not going check, check on the river, even though Raiden was counterfeited. Still thinks he can squeeze a small bet out of ace high, but does not get a call. I think it's pretty tough to get called there by a worse hand, but.
I will let you be confident. Take one more.
Two similar hands here, one dominating and one suited.
But looky here.
Raiden facing a bet of 850. He's got the queen high flush draw. I mean, come on. Oh, and he actually does pick up a flush draw on the turn. All that usually means for me is that I have to call one more bet in the fold river. I really apologize to whoever it is that gets kicked off their actual team once my footage of the heads-up match today gets out there.
I told you, Max Piscatori's already called to the Rome Emperors are struggling and they need some fresh blood. So Joe,
I'm sorry for whoever gets removed, who gets kicked off their roster, but you just can't. You can't keep talent like this, like all bottled up, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
The problem with you too, Joe, is that you have a massive ego, so they'll have to cut Mustafa Kinit.
Probably 2 players, yeah.
Kinit and San Martino.
I'm not good for the clubhouse.
No.
Or what are they saying in hockey? Not good for the locker room?
The locker room. The dressing room, yeah.
Not good for the dressing room.
Yeah, Tim Adams has been called. He's been told he needs to stay home next match.
He's on watch?
Yeah, he's gotten done.
He's on notice, that's what they say.
And no pressure on Tuesday. Walter Trikariki is in the cube. If he loses, you get his spot, so that's really tough.
Question for you, Eric. Parmenides on Twitch asks, is Raiden Chinese?
No, well, he's from Hong Kong, and I'm not too familiar with the Chinese
We don't want to get into
politics,
specifics,
but
right? Yeah, so we just say he's
Yeah.
from Hong Kong.
Born and raised in Hong Kong.
I think that is Chinese, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to. I totally with you.
Yeah. He's fourth on the Hong Kong all-time money list.
Domination situation.
Can confirm that Joao is, of course, Brazilian, and his team, the Brazil team, eliminated from Copa America really early, Joe. I know you were watching last week when they were eliminated.
Was I?
Yes.
Let's see the flop.
Let's see the flop. Seriously, that smile.
It was kind of weird playing in there. Now, if I could give like sort of a perspective on it, is that like I wanted to play poker, but I also felt like it was rude to like stand in a room with Marc-Andre and not speak to him.
Right. You definitely were doing most of the talking.
But you know what? He was asking a lot of questions.
That's true.
right?
He knows about your life. That
He
was
really
a little weird.
did. Yeah.
I think he follows you on
I
Instagram
love
for
him.
sure.
I so would.
Yeah, everyone would.
The blinds are up.
Okay.
The blinds are always up, Joao.
He's following your lead. You were announcing when the blinds were up in the cube. Thank you, Joe. Laura and I were busy not watching that match.
Were you guys not watching?
We were watching, but every time we would watch, you were losing the hand. Although that one time you spiked on the river, that was well played when you got that spike on the river.
When I hit that ace on the river?
Yeah, huh? You did read the Bears book.
I read parts of Barry's book. I only read the parts that like talk about like lifestyle. So there's like a really weird passage where he talks about whether or not you're supposed to have sex before you play poker. And we used to just grab that section of the book and just read it to Barry relentlessly, like all the time.
Yeah, Raiden.
Barry's like a major reason why I have a job in this industry at all. Barry and Joe saw something in me and we worked together on lots of stuff. I lived at Barry's house briefly when I was homeless.
Jealous.
Don't be jealous. He liked to walk around with a robe, and the belt on that thing wasn't always cinched super tight, if you know what I mean. Okay?
Is that why you call him the bear?
Thank you.
That is exactly
Did
why
you
we
not?
call
You
him
came
the
up
bear.
with the bear, didn't you?
No, it wasn't me.
I thought it was you. Was
nah.
it Pauline
I'll
Najad?
give you two back for you.
It might have been. I definitely can't take credit for that one. I'd like to think I popularized it, same as the chainsaw. The chainsaw was,
you
a
guys,
creation
yeah.
of Poker Road Radio.
Correct.
Or Poker Wire at the time, it might have been. Oh man, if you guys knew what we did with your rake when I worked for Poker Wire. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Hi-ya! Everyone got their money back now. It's fine.
We're good.
We can
We're good.
kid. We can
That's
joke.
What was your first intern job? Was it card player?
It was card player,
wow.
2005.
You and Scott. See, I know way too much about you too, but that's because I was a fanboy.
That's so great to see you here, though.
Great.
You're doing it.
My favorite Poker Road episode. You were not part of it. It was a Bart Hansen episode with Eugene Todbro, the Mashantucket Pequot tribe.
That was a Huff thing.
Yeah, where you got kicked out
Eugene
for
Todbro.
smoking some marijuana on the native tribe, native reserve.
You look like you have ace high.
Well played.
Eric Danis, name a color,
Blue,
Try better pots.
an animal,
the wolf.
okay, and an adjective.
Good bet.
Even though a color is an adjective, I know, but. Give me a verb first.
Oh man, it's a lot. Running. Great.
And give me like a time of either a day or like a day of the week or a month.
January.
A moment in time. Okay, great. I'm going to let you read this Tinder conversation to the audience later on. I'm letting you write it for me. All right, let's take it back to the poker for a minute. Ace high against king high. This is before the flop.
Right.
Joao's made it 2,000.
It's 5-minute price.
4-minute blinds.
Joe getting murdered on Twitch for having lost to Marc-Andre Ladouceur. To me, actually, you played very well.
I will say that if it was quote unquote for real, I might have done a few things a little differently. Like when I made that gigantic call in the end because that guy told me not to be a nit for like a third of my chips. Like I probably wouldn't have done that had it been my actual team or money on the line. And I think that was obviously like a major. I mean, that was the turning point of the match. I mean, it would have been great if I was right, but
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check.
Yeah, in this match, Joe, I think you'll hear a bit more from us than you would from our
you
participants
right?
compared to some other matches.
Sorry?
Are you meaning raise this hand?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this show 800 to call. I'm not sure it's checking the big blind or what.
Oh, okay.
I have a feeling that next time we're in the cube, we're going to have a whole new way of looking at things on the iPads and just sort of, this is a great way. We're getting lots of feedback.
Yeah.
Plenty of people have similar problems with telling what's going on there. So it's stuff that's all going to get worked out probably between seasons 6 and 7
That's right.
of the GPL.
You raised me, right?
Yep.
What do you think, Joe, the over-under is on Raiden Khan being told the Raiden wins phrase in his lifetime?
Like, what's the line for how many times he's been
Yeah.
uttered Raiden wins at him? Well, the one thing that we got to keep in mind is that he's from Hong Kong, so maybe like Western culture of Raiden wins hasn't necessarily permeated. But my guess is they probably use that same phrase in all the languages.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm gonna go 271.
Wow.
It just depends. It depends if he's had someone like me in his life or not.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
If he's never met a jerk like me, then maybe it's more like 11.
maybe.
And also, is that counting online utterances or just in person?
No, it'd have to be in person. Yeah, online, the poor man
Okay.
is probably.
Better. A lot of backdoors.
Parmenides says Raiden speaks pretty good English, to be honest. Joao, too. Yeah, I think Raiden's English is just fine. He just didn't want to do an interview, per se.
Yeah, and it's tough to, especially with Laura's accent. That's just a joke. That was a cheap shot at Laura. Sorry.
Laura's accent, her inability to read. I mean, these are things that make an interview difficult. So ace high versus king high again. This time, king high flops pretty good. Nelson Souza on Twitch says Vamo.
There we go.
Ooh, I can't remember what we decided on that. Vamu?
I thought it was
Vamo.
Vamo, but now I can't remember.
Let's just hedge our bets and we can both say it differently, and then one of us is right at least.
Joe, while you were gone, Nanonoko, of course, sweeping, and the new catchphrase on Twitch is Vamonoko.
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 I like it.
Raised by Joao.
Wow. You like the tree? the turn card.
I love a tree. It's almost Earth Day. Oh,
Wow.
not referring to the suits. The tree suit.
This could get even more fun. Reminder that Joao Simao, the number 2 ranked player on the Pocket 5's online poker tournament list.
Yeah, it's a beast. Oh, we've got it all in.
Wow. It's auto fold.
And wow, yeah, it gets the auto fold. That was not the best hand that he moved all in with.
Yeah. Pretty sick.
It was the second best hand, aka the worst
Yeah,
hand.
my friend. Looks, it's getting closer to the fatality.
Ah,
Mortal
see?
Kombat?
Actually, I don't play Mortal Kombat.
Ah.
Raiden there?
Yeah, I know. After
I study now how to beat Raiden.
He seems a little annoyed by it. He doesn't sound that game.
Scott Ball would use that all match long. By the way, Joe, if we turn those blue lights to green, I think Raiden would disappear from
What is
the
your stack?
from the screen with his camouflage shirt.
I don't know where I find this info here.
29,000.
Behind, right?
Yep. I don't know. In
Yeah, I understand. Okay, I'm a win Raiden.
Uh-oh. Zhao all in.
Okay, I guess like we have to.
Not really an up-o. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Clubs.
Club. We need a club on the turn for a sweat. Nope. Chop it up. Some people are relatively fond of a chop pot. Meanwhile, other people don't really care for chop pots.
I'm all for it.
Nice hand.
The music feel like scary movie.
The what?
The music,
Yeah.
scary movie.
To make us anxious, you know?
Scary movie, a classic featuring the Wayans brothers.
Think you meant a scary movie, Eric, not the scary movie.
Oh, sorry.
Although I think Doofy had that same haircut. Heads up poker's weird. Just weird. Like you're playing every hand.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, what do I do with a good hand? I raise. What do I do with a bad hand? I guess I raise. What do I do with like a medium strength? I guess I raise.
Maybe I'll check this time.
Okay, I call.
Sometimes you're just tired. Sometimes you just want to play any hands. Like I started folding like certain hands. I was like, I just can't think this much on every street. Yeah, I was like, I just need a break.
GJ's the boss, noticing that Stape said he was playing Marc-Andre today. That happened. He lost.
But barely.
Barely. I mean, Marc-Andre ended up with all the chips. You had none.
Right.
But it was close.
But that's the only way you can win.
That's right.
So I won by both I lost by both the biggest
That's right.
and smallest margin possible. King 4 is still the best hand for now. Lots of outs though for Raiden Khan.
GJ the boss, you can see the replay of the Joe versus Marc-Andre match, globalpokerleague.com. It's
But watch
available
this
right
match
now.
first.
Of course.
Man, this is a weird spot. Like, as I mentioned, Raiden's got tons of outs. Like, you don't want to fold this, but also, it's like a big chunk to call, and then what do you do when you miss? Like, your hand's just absolute garbage bags when you miss, so. And that's exactly what happened.
Big pile of it.
Big old pile of garbage bags.
Okay, Raiden. It's on you.
Wow. Oh, wow. Joao's giving him a chance to hang himself right here. I can't say for certain that he would call a shove, but that's Raiden's only move. Check behind and lose at showdown. And Joao's given him the perfect opportunity to do this.
He's betting. betting big.
What does it mean?
You had 17 on the turn and didn't shove me? Okay.
He is sniffing it out like a Scooby-Doo mystery.
Open-ended in first draw. 7 and queen. 8, 9 of heart. You can't bet me the king. Really made the flush. You like to see a flop and you take a long time to call pre-flop. So I don't believe in too much suited cards. Ace-6, you shove me. What do you have, Raiden?
What do you expect I tell you?
If Raiden tells him what he has, Joao will call.
Really good bet.
Do you think he'll believe him?
Oh. If you would say, I honestly have that, I think he would call. He does
He
make the
does
call.
make the call.
Wow.
It's going to be very close to the end of game 1 here. Nice call. It looked like Joao was doing that on purpose so that he would, because I think he did expect that Raiden was going to bluff a little more often than he would call.
One blind or something, right?
Yeah.
All in.
We are very likely. Ameline! So Joao Simao. Oh, there's an 8 on the flop, but also a jack. So Joao's still out in front.
And the river is...
The river is?
In the river of the night, I go walking in my sleep and catch
More emotion.
a date with an 8.
Nice hand.
Raiden Khan doubles up to 2 big blinds. Woo!
Tell me. Oh, blinds are up. Come on, Raiden.
A lot of moves coming at you in the chat-ya.
With this hand.
Wow, he folds that.
Wow. Okie dokie.
He had the best hand, too.
Playing by the book here, I see.
Mentioned Joey, I guess let's talk about the one team will lose a streak here. 3 straight wins for Raiden's Stars, 6 straight for Joao.
Looks like Joao's going to end up the victor here. Very strong with that 6.
Doesn't change.
Deuce on the river is not
7
good
straight.
enough for Raiden Khan, so first game goes to the Sao Paulo Metropolitans.
Is it?
And so the Hong Kong Stars, if I'm not mistaken now, Eric, the Hong Kong Stars have now had their perfect heads-up cube record broken.
Actually, they were 3-3. They had won 3 in a row as Nananoko
Oh, okay,
lost
it's the
3-0.
last 3, I see.
That's right. But now it's 7 straight game victories for Sao Paulo. They have yet to lose in the cube. Felipe Ramos doing it twice, and now
I had it backwards.
Joao Simao. So really, really impressive start to the cube season for the Sao Paulo Mets. Most of their team is here, so it'll be interesting to see what Akari does next.
Yeah, so I want to take things off topic for a little bit. Remember I was asking you for
Yes.
for some random
And
phrases?
I didn't know what you were doing.
So we just, you know what? I just wanted you to read this Tinder conversation I have going on here.
Where do I start?
Read it out loud. This is me starting. The girl's name is Geneva.
I've always dreamt of a girl I could take to Zaxby's. Is it cool if we sniff glue in the parking lot first? Hey, how are you? The fact that she responds is pretty good. And you respond with, oh boy.
Because I already know. Because I already know that when I send that and all I get is, hey, how are you? I can already tell where this is going.
And she says, very good. Do you live in Las Vegas? And you respond with banana. Pope Francis, you went with Francis. Popeye's chicken. Actually, those are 3 good things to go with. Are you looking to date or hook up is what she's asking. Geneva, she wants a convention with the Joseph. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And then I say, what, Eric? These are some of the adjectives and verbs I asked you for.
Blue wolves go running with me every January. Oh, and here's something sad. She's recently broken up with the boyfriend and is looking just to hook up.
So do you see how this has absolutely no bearing? My next line, well, I have to go soon. I just caught my hand on my helicopter blade and I've got tigers to tend to. To which she says, I'll be free tonight. Can you drive? So I think that maybe I may not be talking to a real human being there. That's my whole point, guys. My whole point is don't get roped in. Don't get roped in the way Raiden Khan got roped in to making a giant bet on the river. And those 2 guys, or possibly just Joao, are down on the floor right now with Laura Cornelius.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Eric. Congratulations to the Sao Paulo Mets. 3 points so far to them, and the efficiency rate is still 100%.
Yeah, and we will keep it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm confident.
Doing good. Commiserations there to Raiden. Talk us through that hand, though, that changed everything, and why you decided to go for that call on the river.
It's a combination of hands. The time that he takes to play pre-flop, I know he is a cash game player from Macau, a great player. So I know he will call me with suited cards faster than he called me. So I didn't expect to see a flush. 2 pairs like ace-6, ace-7, I expect him to move early on the turn with his stack. So I didn't find the hand that beat me, you know. So there's a lot of combos like 8-9 with 1 heart, 9-10 like he had, 8-5, 4-5 or something, like 7-8 with 8 of heart. So looks like a good price for this hand, okay?
And indeed, you were correct. Raiden, you still can win this. There are still 2 more games to go. But Sao Paulo probably not going to want to let you do that.
Yeah, I hope so. He's playing really, really well. It's hard to play with a cash game player because I'm a tournament player. So he takes me out of my comfort zone every time. But I hope to keep going well.
Okay, well, we're going to head to game 2 very shortly. These guys are ready for the second game in the cube. Back to the guys at the desk after this quick break.
Can't get enough of the GPL? Head over to globalpokerleague.com for the most complete and up-to-date standings, schedule, stats, and information on your favorite team, as well as full-length match replays, highlights, and epic hands from all of our matches, and much, much more.
Body's moving slow. 'Cause this love is all night. Moving faster than the sun. Explosions in the sky.
So I just wanted to tell you my last message to Geneva I haven't heard back yet is, can I bring my dad? It's Father's Day.
That's pretty good. Joe, I couldn't help but notice that the EPT schedule is also your next tour dates for the Tinder tour.
Correct, yeah. It just so happens that there's just a rash of bad Tinder dates in every city that there is an EPT stop. Bizarre how that works out.
Yeah, Barcelona next.
Barcelona.
It's very nice.
I don't care what they call it, as long as I get some...
Joao Simao, I like your jokes.
Word. I cannot say that word. Not on a professional, sportified broadcast. Not happening. Eric, anything we should be looking for as we go into game number 2 here?
Yeah, something interesting that the Joao is referring to Raiden as a cash game player, and he is. He's playing some of the biggest cash games in Macau. That being said, Joe, he does have quite an impressive resume, and as recently as last month, finishing 9th at APT Manila in the main event there, so good on him for that. He's final table at APT Dublin as well. So, sorry, not final table, he cashed, I believe 44th. Dmitry Urbanovic, have we heard of him? He's pretty good. He won that event. So really, cash game player, but he also has a lot of experience in tournaments, so I do hope that that Raiden did not maybe sell himself short to his opponent.
It's just bizarre because Eric keeps looking down at this thing as if there's notes on it, but it's just a bunch of hand-drawn penises.
Yeah, a lot of them.
What have you been doing? We're ready to get going right now. Game number 2. We are currently up 3 points to 0, and that goes to Sao Paulo, but game 2 starts now.
Oh, they're ready.
The suspense music again. Let's go.
Yeah, we got to hear it every single day. I definitely creep to the bathroom in the middle of the night going like, dun, dun, dun. It's like I can't get some of the stuff out of my head. I really can't, especially the one at the top of the show.
Yeah.
I wake up with it. Something can be like playing in your ears. You know what I mean? I wake up with that.
The
hazard pay I'm going to ask for.
The EPT song does it for me in that commercial.
Explosions in the sky?
Yeah, I would say something, but they're helping pay the bills, so...
Yeah, no, we don't want to bite the hand that feeds.
Yeah.
That's me on the Poker Stars tee to everybody. And I am good at it.
You're great.
All right, we kick things off once again. 50,000 starting stack for each player. Blinds are 200 and 400. They go up every 4 minutes. And right now, Joao Simao has bricked out. Raiden Khan is value betting. Top pair on the river.
Okay, you're right then.
Heat 3, match 3. Kicked off Heat 3 on Saturday as part of our doubleheader. Yesterday we had off. Friday, sorry. Yesterday was Saturday. That's the day we had off.
The day that Joe Stapleton passed out at the Miracle Mile.
I passed out like makes it sound not quite as bad as it was because you could like sit on a bench and pass out. I fainted.
You fainted.
So embarrassing.
I'm very familiar with the Miracle Mile shops. What area of the Miracle Mile?
I've been drinking with Lawyer Malloy all day.
Nice, former NFL legend.
And I went to go get a snack. Oh, I had a snack. Went to my room, was fine. The one was like, you know what, I'm still hungry. I'm going to go back downstairs, get another snack. I decided to stop off at a chair massage.
Yeah.
In the middle of the chair massage, I was like,
This ain't
I don't feel so good. And so I was like, hey, I'm sorry, I got to quit. I got to tap out here. I'm probably the only person that ever tapped out of a massage. Like, it's too much. I can't handle it. And so while I was waiting to pay, next thing I know, I'm standing and my eyes are open. And they're like, are you okay? Are you okay? You passed out.
The total.
Like, jeez.
You need to pay 1,400.
I think it was severe dehydration exacerbated by the massage.
Do you think also it had to do with the fact you finished sixth the day before at a
Yeah, I
charity
didn't even
poker
brag
event?
about my charity poker tournament. Okay, so here's the deal with this thing, right? It's $300 to get in.
Yeah.
And when I showed up, the blinds were already at 400 and 800, and you get 10,000 in chips.
Right.
So not a lot of big blinds. And I ended up going broke in a pretty standard spot for being short. And then I'm like, oh, it's for charity, but like I really only have like $200 to my name
Something like that.
at the moment. So I double rebought. I spent the $200 to stand because I was having a good time. I was having a massage, and I hate having to end the massage. And you know, kind of, even though I'm not a celebrity, people, I get like none of the benefits of being a celebrity with like all of the drawbacks. So like people look at me like, well, Stapes, are you gonna buy back in for the charity?
That's right.
So I'm like, oh, all right. So I put another $200 in, and then I proceeded to win like 10 out of 11 flips. I didn't make a single post-flop decision after like the first 45 minutes of play, and I won every time I was dominating. Every time I got it in good, I won. Every time I was flipping, I won. And then I eventually, and there was a real sweat. There was a real sweat, Eric, because look, I don't want to, but like 18th place money was like poker lessons from Jamie Gold. Right? And I was like,
Come on, that's sort of cool, though. Come on.
It is, but like, and no offense to Jamie, I don't want him.
No, I
I
understand.
wouldn't want poker lessons from anybody. I just don't like. So
I understand.
I ended up going broke in 6th place, which is like a weekend stay at Bellagio plus 2 show tickets, which is like pretty much worth what I spent in donations anyway. So I was like, I basically,
Very nice.
I'm in cashed, and I'm happy with that. Very happy. Although it was 10 grand for first, I was 5 spots away from 10 grand. Can you believe that? All right, what's going on here in this game?
Joao with the best hand, although, and wow.
This time, Raiden Khan decides not to punt it off with a non-showdownable hand. We got a suited ace versus pocket nines. Hey, we got a little slow roll from Marc-Andre against me. That was fun.
Yeah, just a little. We wanted more.
Karmically, a bit him in right in his derriere, though.
We did. Joe, I played the Chad Brown Memorial Tournament last year, hosted by Maria Ho. And here's the thing with Maria. I didn't need to buy more chips, but Maria basically opens the bar up and gives you tons of fireball shots, and then suddenly it's a great idea to buy more chips.
Suddenly you're Johnny Charity.
Right. And funny enough, Maria Ho ended up winning her own event and a main event seat.
Well, that's part of the reason why I didn't want to win either, because when it's a cash prize, they expect you to give like a lot of it back. And so I'm like, you know what? I'd rather somebody else be faced with that decision.
That's right.
I don't need that. Now that I won this Bellagio weekend, it's not like someone expects me to donate like the parking.
Which you now have to pay for.
Yeah, you do. Interesting turn card. Yeah, surprised to see it go down like that so quickly on the turn. Jimmy Bluffett says, hey, Stapes, Planet Hollywood Poker, so much fun, great event, great charity.
Right.
They do a lot of charity tournaments at Planet Hollywood. They do a good job there.
I feel like playing online with you.
What's your nickname?
Same as my name.
Oh, yeah.
Serious Money, that's his nickname?
I think he
Usually
said same
we
as
play
my
online, we
name.
only
Oh.
play with
So I do believe he's Raiden Khan online.
What's your nickname? Serious Money.
button.
Button.
So the not good.
My friends call me Serious Money, but you can just call me Serious.
Interesting.
Let's see if Geneva's gotten back in touch.
Oh yeah, Geneva.
See if she's down to hang with me and my pops.
But for those under 40 years old, the Geneva Convention was... No, never mind.
Try one hand limp.
Seems like her software has maybe caught wise
Wrong time.
to the fact that I have not.
Our friend Jimmy Bluffett talking about bad regs, of course. Congratulations to the worst of regulars.
Terrible
Jason
reg.
Mercier,
Jeez.
bracelet number
I
2
mean,
for
how
summer.
lucky. I'm just expecting. When is the horseshoe going to fall out of that guy's butt?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
pretty.
come on.
It's only been 7 years. Yeah. Yeah, Mercier, New York rounder, not expected to join us in the cube until he wins the 3rd bracelet. After that, party's on. Speaking of winners, 22-year-old Fedor Holtz now owns the
Oh,
Aria.
stop it. I'm just so over him.
Yeah, he owns the Aria, and of course is the top scorer of the GPL, the #1 ranked player on the GPI, and the #1 ranked player on the GPI POI. He's having a good year.
Good Lord. Stop. Wish I was good at something. Whoa, this is some exciting news coming in from
God, I don't know if we should talk about that. We
Laura,
do know that
Laura
tomorrow.
Cornelius.
We do know that Brian Rast, who's at a final table right now at the World Series, the 10K limit event, earning Daniel Negreanu tons of points in the 25K fantasy.
GPL.
Do we spill the beans, Joe, that Bryn Kenny has been replaced?
What?
Yeah, Bryn can't play tomorrow.
Oh my God, they killed Kenny.
That's right. Here's the guy that will play in his place. It's Jason Mercier, however...
Oh, what a terrible replacement.
However, Mercier will more than likely day 2 something, so we might need a 3rd replacement.
I see. We only get Jason Mercier if he doesn't win another bracelet, which is
Right.
like 8-1 against.
That's right. So
Okay.
unofficially, Mercier versus Rast tomorrow. Rast we will see coming off a bracelet victory, possibly against a man that just loves his bracelet victories this week, Jason Mercier, unless he's not here.
Do we want a real car crashy 7 on the turn?
We do.
Not a 7, just a jack.
I call it the chance Corneth Jack now.
Oh,
He
right.
likes to call that.
But the 7 on the river is even better now that the board's paired. That's going to make this even more car crashier. Come on, poker gods.
Do you think Mercier actually wants to come play in the cube in order to late register an event in order to win it again, since his last 2 late registered events is his 2nd and 1st?
I hate to say this, but I don't think the cube is like even in the top 100 thoughts he's having.
But he's still coming.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm too good for this cube. I'll buy and sell this cube. You just throw some bracelets at it. Here you go. Have some bracelets, kid.
You know, if the boss isn't here, I might take that money. Joe and I can leave.
So Raiden misses completely, has a hand that's almost never going to be good at Showdown, nearly the nut low for this board. He's got the opportunity to bluff this. Joao is smiling, and I do think Joao calls most bets here. There's really not a ton for 7s to be afraid of.
Nice bet, Raiden.
Looks like Zhao's probably going to fold this. Great bet.
3/4 pot bet. He really went for it. Representing extreme value here. Oh, geez. This is a family show, Simao.
Oh, stretching.
Still calling in the turn with some queen 9, queen 10, 9 10s.
There are a lot of hands that bricked here. Lots of hands.
I believe on you, Raiden.
Oh, gets away with
Okay.
one there.
Great job. A lot of pressure on Joao, of course. If you were with us earlier this season, you saw Neymar cheering on the Sao Paulo Mets. Big fan of the GPL and the team. Neymar not selected as a wild card because Andre Akari had better players, so that's kind of a boss move.
Did you see that the soccer ball from that match went viral?
Yes, that's right.
Had Neymar's feet on it?
Oh, that one.
The ball that they were playing with in the cube made it down to the Rio, and there's a great
yes.
clip of Jeff Gross and Neymar having a little juggle.
They were
I
having
think it's
fun with it.
CGI, but jet fuel can't melt soccer balls, Eric. That's all I'm trying to say.
Thanks.
Felipe Mojave is in the Twitch chat.
There he is.
.tv. Raiden 3-betting Queen 7 suited. I would imagine Joao's going to peel here in position. 10-9 off.
We can hear that Joao has found the Dmitry Urbanovich crack in the floor. Dmitry breaking our floor earlier this season. Joe, you found that crack earlier in your match as well.
I tried to straddle it because I think it's bad TV to constantly have that creak, and it makes the cube sound like Grandma's house.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, this is a 20-ton structure. It's a little hard to put in repairs.
No, I'll just get in there, lift it up for a second real quick.
Couple guys.
This is not a call, by the way. This is not a call in position. This is a 4-bet. This is a pre-flop 4. That's what I like to call it.
Felipe using your line, Joe.
What's that?
Hey, he's saying hello to us babies, you and I.
Yeah, hello, his babies.
Jimmy Bluffett
Why-
says
why
that
did
Jeff
you
Gross
stop
can
the
football. That is confirmed. He did have a scholarship at the University of South Carolina. Jeff Gross was a Gamecock. Just going to leave it out there.
There's really nowhere I can take that won't get me fired, so I'm just going to also leave it out there. Blinds are 500, a foul ball. Chips are nearly dead even.
What's going on?
Unique Syntax on Twitch asks, what is this music, lol? Music is an arrangement of sounds that are organized in such a way to invoke a particular emotion. Thank you for your question.
Good job.
Pre-flop.
Oh, someone from the GPL account sharing the sweep song, asking if Mojave is ready.
These guys on Twitch are kind of sensitive, huh? He's not used to music playing during poker is all. Yeesh. I did not attack you as a person. I did not say that you asked not a very smart question. I was just having a little fun with it. I thought we were pals. I thought you were my babies.
Yeah, you and Unique Syntax are buds. In fact, I think you told me that since you did hurt Unique Syntax's feelings, you will take him on your Bellagio weekend adventure.
You know what? Some dude on Facebook was angling for me to take him.
God. What show is there? Are we talking about the Cirque show?
It just says show tickets, so I assume I get my choice.
Oh.
Oh is the name of the show, actually. So good
it
job,
is for
Eric.
Bellagio.
Well done. Oh, it was pretty dope. Like I wouldn't mind seeing O again.
It's a great, great show. Created by a French Canadian, Joe. I thought I'd put that out there.
Yee.
He and his partner, they made a little money apparently selling that stuff a few months ago.
Oh wait, he sold the company?
Oh yes. Oh yes, he's doing well for himself.
He was already doing well.
Yeah.
He's already going to space, or went to space.
Went to
Where do you
space.
go from there? He's like, I'm on a vacation in another dimension. I'm gonna go to Inside Out World.
I think him, Elon Musk, and Richard Branson are building a planet. Why not?
That's right. Look, I'm just gonna have my own planet, guys.
We're good.
Oh, min raise this hand. Oh, good odds.
Oh, you got Raiden Khan's attention now.
The mathematician.
Be careful.
Never hit.
Poker mindset coach calling Guy Liberté a rich French Canadian confirmed him and Celine are doing well for themselves.
But didn't he start off as a clown?
He did,
right?
yes, a street performer. No money.
I'll be able to say the same thing one day. I started off as a real clown making no money. And they'll be like, sir, why are you here telling your life story? This is Target.
That's right.
Also, you're not supposed to be using that bathroom.
Yeah.
7-4 versus King 4 pre-flop. Raiden Khan has got the slight chip advantage.
Joao Simao looking to continue the Felipe Ramos streak. That is now 7 straight games won by the Mets inside the cube.
Pretty sweet.
Marc-Andre, in your match, also mentioning that the Americas Conference is 10-3 in the cube, although the last 2 matches have been won by Eurasian teams.
Felipe says, still a clown, Stapes. How dare you? On my own show!
Yeah,
You're a representative of the GPL, and you're going to talk to me like that?
And we had him here. We had him here as one of our.
my goodness.
Well, but I will
That's
take
rough.
it down. Okay.
So lucky that Alex Dreyfus saw where I buried that body, or else I would be out of here right now. Joao down to just 25 big blinds. Sorry about that outburst. I'm sensitive today. I'm always sensitive a day after I faint.
How did you feel after? Were you fine? Or was
I
it just
felt fine. I must have took it on the elbow because my elbow is really sore today.
Joe on the DL. It's been DL'd by the London team.
It's kind of weird being in here doing the doubleheader on a Sunday. It's almost like, you know, when like sometimes you go to school and there's like nobody really around.
Right.
The principal's not here.
Principal's not here for
He's
us.
kind of doing what we want. You think he'll go back and watch this later?
Yeah.
He will?
Yeah.
Oh, man. We're going to have to edit some stuff out, guys.
I also didn't tell him about that special match earlier today.
You didn't tell him about that yet?
Nope.
So he may or may
How's
not
my call, Joe?
lose his shiny little dome. Made two strong hands here, by the way. Top pair now and the nut flush draw for Joao Simao. Raiden Khan has a very costly draw that is no good. Now we have seen him. He's not like an auto caller with his draws.
Oh. Good fold.
Really?
Raiden does not believe his opponent when he told him he made a good fold there.
AJ Schmidt says, I just want to know if Stapes saw himself fold the best hand and call it the worst one over and over and over. Is that what happened?
No.
You don't have to sugarcoat it for me.
No, I think AJ was rough on you throughout. AJ, what
okay.
up? I thought Joe played quite well.
AJ's just an idiot, I see.
No, that's not what I meant.
Looks like he's upset about losing some play money chips betting on me.
Oh, yes, it could be. Hey, we hadn't had any comments about my voice in a while, so thanks.
Always gonna bring it back to you, don't we? Speaking of which, my Tinder, what's happening now?
Oh, let's take a look. Geneva.
We3E says, is it right that the players hear this music? Yes, they do. They hear the music, they hear each other, they hear nothing else. I mean, there's some sound effects, I guess, but...
AJ confirms that he did bet on you in that match against Marc-Andre Ladouceur.
Well, you know,
coming back.
you could have not been stupid to begin with.
Joao Simao, I need Masari on PokerStars. We should ask him why. That's his handle. Recently won the PokerStars Denali Mountain Series in April, $167,000. Not bad for 2 days' work.
Denali Mountain? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, the PokerStars Mountain Series. The Denali was won by...
Is that online or live?
Absolutely,
what is that?
online. The Mountain Series, they had the Denali, they had all sort of mountains that were named. Absolutely.
Denali Mountain Series?
In April, during the start of the GPL.
This is on PokerStars?
Correct.
There was a series that's not WQ, but not
That's
Scoop.
called the Mountain Series, yep. And he won $167,000.
I must have hit my head really hard yesterday.
You did. Your shoulder is up here. And he has been ranked #1 on the Pocket Fives online tournament poker rankings twice in the last 6 weeks, or 2 out of the last 6 weeks.
Verity for All says, Raiden is crap for GPL popularity. Who wants to watch a shaded statue? I don't know, 1 billion Chinese people?
Sort of like him. Part of Zhao's big scores include a 20th place finish.
In the Mount Everest Poker
Sure.
Series.
I think that's
Everest
good
Poker
match
is
for
an online room.
Oh, I should not have said that.
But he did finish 20th at the EPT Grand Final in May 2015. Joe, to me, the greatest final table of all time, Adrian Mateos, winning. That included my favorite hand of all time against Johnny Lawton. An incredible
Oh, the Pocket
hand.
Fives? Did you hear the way I needled him in my podcast after that?
Yes, well done.
That was fun. I usually don't needle people very often. It's very rare for me to do, but that was just too good. We had too good of an opportunity with Johnny there. So Joao's managed to claw his way back up to almost 30 big blinds. High Life, ATX is depressed. High Life, talk to me. Talk to Uncle Daddy. It's Father's Day. I'm here for you.
Even stack.
If it's post-EDC depression, there's not much I can do. 5 HTP, maybe have a cheeseburger.
Or go back tonight.
Or you are just completely drain your body of its natural resources and go back tonight.
For those heading to EDC tonight, I suggest leaving now. Traffic does pick up around 3.
Friendly game, right?
I've been having such a
Friendly
rough summer with girls, Eric, that yesterday I got in the hot tub at Planet Hollywood just for the chlamydia.
Okay, it's yours.
Now I know why Laura didn't want to share iced tea with me this morning.
This is slow structure. We have to play a long time. I think we are style.
Yeah.
Style.
Oh, Nelson wants us to go back to the game. Here we go.
All right, Nelson, here we go.
And Zhao wins a big
Joao
hand.
wins a big hand. Blinds are 1,000, 2,200 ante. We have Joao Simao versus Raiden Khan, Ace-Jack, 9-8 suited. What else should I say?
You're good. How about AJ? He's actually saying he likes you actually and hopes that this was not a real blowout.
No, we're on a
good?
break right now.
You're on a break.
No, I'm not good. I'm not good with AJ. Not today, AJ. Up and down draw for Joao. Ace-Jack high for Raiden. You can see that even though Raiden is ahead for right now, they are nearly a coin flip. By the time we get to showdown, Queen on the turn is going to ship a little more equity Raiden's way.
Check.
Wow, both players checking.
Checkity check, 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 check. Ace high is the best hand. I think when Joao bets this, it's going to look a lot like a busted draw. Clubs missed, straights missed. Everything missed. It looks like Raiden knows it. Big bet, though. Over bet of the pot. It gets the fold.
Good job. Nelson was right. Let's get back to poker.
Man, that looked just like a busted draw to me, man. Everything about, look, I can see the whole cards. All right, fine. I get that. But that, I would have been quite suspicious if I had Raiden Khan's spot there.
Did you find it different in the cube not seeing the whole cards show, not knowing what your opponent had? Although he did show you his cards a few times.
Did I feel like as if playing poker and not seeing all the whole cards was different. Than seeing them all?
Yeah,
and more
was
difficult?
it tougher?
Yes,
It was?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just wanted to make
the story
sure.
completely checks out.
History.
It is harder when you can't see both sets of cards. It's crazy. When I posted that I was going to be playing in the cube earlier, one of my Facebook friends commented that I was the unbackable favorite.
Oh.
I think that's a sweet nickname. I would gladly be anyone's unbackable favorite.
Print t-shirts.
Two fairly big hands shaping up here for heads-up action. Ace-5 suited. It's just been 3-bet by Raiden Khan. Someone's all in, and it's Raiden Khan.
Where's the flop?
I move all in.
Huh? Oh,
Oh, it's sorry. It is Joao Simao's all in. It's Raiden to call. He was just, I was just as confused as he was. That's weird.
this is a big all-in. Wow.
If you put the
I,
red funds,
I don't think I can fold this hand.
No, you can't.
I can't fold
you can
this.
listen to the sound of the all in.
Oh yeah, Raiden should put his headsets on, of course.
That's what he would have heard the all in
That's
sound
right.
effect.
Cool.
There's the
Yeah,
call.
there he goes.
Raiden, the player at risk.
Wow.
2 clubs on the flop,
come
but
on.
wow-wee. I don't even
Red
know how to
color,
tell
please.
who's ahead here.
Oh my
That's
god.
it. Raiden's down to 2% on the river. He's
One
looking.
out.
He actually don't even think he can win, can he?
No.
Yeah, he had a straight flush opportunity with the 9.
The 9 of clubs. Sorry,
Yes.
1 card left. I saw the ace of clubs was out.
But Joao really built his way back into this match, and it's a big win.
So the Sao Paulo Metropolitans, huh? They are kicking some cubic butt out there in the GPL heads-up matches. So they're on a streak right now of
8 in a row.
8 in a row.
8 in a row. They have yet to lose inside the cube. So if he can sweep here, if Simao can sweep, 106 points. They're now 4 back of the LA Sunset. But it's another victory there, Joe. 11-3 are the teams in the Americas so far. So really a big dominant performance by Simao, by the Sao Paulo Mets, and by brothers and sisters of his own conference.
Talk to me for a second here, Eric. Since the summer series started, how many points have the Sao Paulo Metropolitans won?
24 out of a possible 27, although that
24 out of 24.
points, right, 24 out of 24 and a possible 27 out of 27. Huge.
That is absolutely outrageous. And
Yeah, Rome has 72 points this season.
and
so
how many heats are there going to be total this summer?
6.
6 total heats. So they're wow. This could
Could be
be
halfway through, yeah.
this could be really, really cool. I love
Yeah.
to see a good winning streak. Let's talk about Hong Kong a little bit. They got the bagel hung on them 2 matches in a row. I didn't really see a whole lot that could have been done differently as far as these players goes. They're obviously 2 very skilled players.
Yeah.
Joao Simao said that he was a little bit worried about playing against a cash game player.
Right.
Hasn't seemed to have too much of an effect.
No. It's, and this match, actually, Raiden took an early lead, so it was quite surprising. Not surprising, but Simao really built that, those chips back, and then with the big all-in, hey, should have gone the other way, but it didn't. So congratulations to Simao. On the Hong Kong side, Joe, 3 points will land him in second place temporarily. So, little baby steps for the team right now. They're
Baby
still in great
steps.
shape. Yeah, they're still in great shape. 26 points ahead of a playoff spot, so could move up to 29 with a win here.
Now, have we heard from Hong Kong's manager at all? Has Selena Lin gotten in touch? Because
Yeah, we've been in touch with Selena. She's actually arriving in about a week. She'll be here herself.
I
in
just
about a
mean
week.
right now. Like she needs
Oh.
to get involved. Like her team's like
true.
is just completely the bed right now.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the night where she is, but she's still tuned into the Nanonoko match earlier this week, and he won 3-0
Interesting.
when he was there. So, yeah, poor Raiden not getting the team
She never
support.
responds to my messages in the middle of the night. But oh, Nanonoko's playing. Well, let's just roll out of bed to watch Randy Liu. Fine, no big deal.
He's pretty good.
Randy Liu.
Yeah, he plays like billions of hands at once. He's pretty good.
You know how Jason Mercier is a bad tournament reg?
Yeah.
Randy Liu, bad cash reg.
Terrible.
Just one of the worst.
Yeah.
One of the worst in the game. I think that we're ready to talk to these fellas. We're
Just
going to talk to just Joao this time. Now.
Thanks, Joe. I am here with Joao. As we said, that's amazing. We've had 8 games so far that the Sao Paulo Metropolitans have played, and they have won 8 games.
Yeah, it's amazing. We are running really good, like I run in this match, you know. No one in this tough match, like it's a lot of good players. No one is good enough to win 8 matches in 8 matches, you know, 100%. So, of course, we are running good, and I hope to keep running like this.
Is Raiden playing how you expected him to play?
Sorry?
Is Raiden playing how you expected him to play?
Yeah, actually, he changed his way to play in the second match, and it makes harder because makes me confused in the start, and he starts crushing me. Then I get back, I made some good hands, and then in the final hand, I run good. So, yeah.
Well, we know everyone needs a little bit of luck to do it as well. There is one last match. Are you going to keep the 100% efficiency rate? Can you take this down?
Yes, I hope so.
I think Raiden and Selena might want to argue with you on that one, but we're going to find out. The last third game of this match is coming up very soon. Joao Simao is going for the sweep for 9 points for the Sao Paulo Mets, and we will be able to check it out right after this.
Can't get enough of the GPL? Head over to globalpokerleague.com for the most complete and up-to-date standings, schedule, stats, and information on your favorite team, as well as full-length match replays, highlights, and epic hands from all of our matches, and much, much more.
Breathe the air just like a fire, we can't control it. See explosions in the sky, moving faster than the sun over horizon. Chance it all to feel alive. Body's moving slow. 'Cause this love is all night, moving faster than the sun. Explosions in the sky.
So I just want to remind everybody, we want you to be involved. We want to read your messages. We want to be able to respond to you, the viewer, and thank you all personally and individually for tuning in. So if you're watching on Twitch, get involved in the chat, twitch.tv/GPL. And if you want to tweet at us, please do that. I'd love to read some tweets. Haven't been getting too many. Mostly typos. Mostly guys that are writing GPL by accident. They're trying to write like global or whatever, and they just kind of write GPL. So let's get some more action going on the communication streams. However, you got tickled by this, eh? By High Life, ATX, Assist, Stapes, and Charlie from It's Always Sunny or Dead Ringers.
Yeah, because I never thought of it before, but absolutely true. And you were great in that movie with Jennifer Aniston. Good for you. Yeah, there you
That's
go.
my Charlie
Very well
Day.
done. I guess I could be Danny DeVito.
Let's just know. Eric, come on.
He's a legend. Taxi.
I want you up here.
For those that don't know, Taxi was a show during the late 70s and
Taxi
early 80s.
was a fantastic show, and it holds up, I think, to this day, especially Danny DeVito's character. I actually get a funny story about the Charlie Day thing.
Please.
The first time I ever was booked on a stand-up comedy show, the woman who does it makes flyers, and she Googled my name and actually put a photo of Charlie Day.
That's pretty great.
Front and center on the flyer. So my first ever comedy poster said, headliner, Joe Stapleton, with a photo of Charlie Day.
Do you think some people actually went to that club thinking Charlie Day was going to be on stage?
I don't think they thought that because luckily it was in London and he's not quite as well known there. I mean, he is now. It's kind of taken over, but some people would have been sorely. I mean, they were already sorely disappointed. Even the ones who came to see me were still disappointed.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think anyone actually showed up to see Charlie Day. So we've got one game left here, guys. Just a quick reminder, it is Joao Simao of the Sao Paulo Metropolitans against Raiden Khan of the Hong Kong Stars. Game 3 of 3 is ready to go right now.
Sao Paulo looking for a third straight sweep. Joe, I don't want to say it's hot in here, but if you were to faint here, it would be very much okay.
I don't want to say it's hot in here, but I'm rooting for a cold deck. I started sweating these guys before they even were playing, huh? Woo!
like it.
First hand, 3-betting.
Joao started off with ace-10 on the first match, and Raiden managed to make a pair on him. Raiden's playing this pretty H-core. Pretty nice board to go runner on.
I'm in.
Joao is in, so we were playing a significant pot right off the bat. There's the heart you were hoping for on the turn. Nut flush draw for Joao.
Joao Simao, great bid there.
Probably I make the most folds pre-flop here in this GPL. I always fold pre-flop.
Well, it's working for you, ya horse's patoot.
Thank you.
We're going to see a fourth bet go in. Yes, we are.
Interesting.
Yeah, Raiden Kellen has come to play. The focus on that man's face right now.
That's a good price.
It's a good price for a 4-bet.
Nines holding, not the most ugly flop ever for 2 nines.
Okay. It's really sick fold.
Wow.
Nice hand.
Yeah, Raiden no longer smiling.
I mean, he barely been smiling at all.
I have a feeling Selena Lynn just woke up and saw this and made sure to let him know.
New strategy again. More and more and more.
Good hand every time.
I don't believe. I like this blind, 300, 600.
Joe, a epic matchup in American sports tonight. The Cleveland Cavaliers, the Golden State Warriors. It is Game 7 live on ABC, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll admit, Joe, that I'm someone that's been to Cleveland many, many times. One of my favorite cities. Yeah, I'm a big Browns guy. Big
Wait,
Browns fan.
you actually like this city of
I
Cleveland?
do, because it gets a bad rap. The folks in Cleveland are actually pretty cool and really, really
Their
nice.
main export is crippling depression.
That's not true. Andrew Carey, of course. But I've got a soft spot for Cleveland, and I do love those amazing Cleveland Nike commercials from LeBron. Who do you got tonight? Are you going with Steph Curry, and is it because you're afraid of Aisha, the wife? I think it's Aisha. I'm so sorry if it's not.
I just think it's great that we live in a world where someone named Steph can marry someone named Aisha. I mean, we've been fighting for equality all this time. I'm not going to say that I don't know much about sports, but one time I Googled Steph Curry nudes because I heard that Steph Curry was the hottest player in basketball.
Aye.
Did not realize that it was a man.
A man, yeah. I see
I
what you
thought they
mean.
meant the WNBA.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, it could have been. By the way, this is going to come out. He's going to come out all wrong, weird. Steph Curry's mom.
Steph Curry's mom, Patrick.
No. Dell is Steph Curry's dad, of course, former Toronto Raptor.
Happy Father's Day, Del Curry.
Happy Father's Day, Del Curry. Your son is way better than you ever were at basketball.
Oof. And I know he's listening right now. So
Dell is listening, the former Raptor.
So Joao's 7s are good.
Hey, no meanness to Cleveland on chat. I'm going to ban you all. The Winking Lizard, a fantastic place to hang out in Cleveland.
Uh-oh, somebody's all in.
Joao Simao needing to be somewhere.
Well, I don't know why Raiden is really thinking so hard about this, but maybe he thinks he can hero call with a busted draw.
Yeah, 80 big blinds here. Simao, he started the hand with 80 big blinds. Wow. It's almost like if he was like a crazy internet kid. What? Well, that was really close, Joe. He pressed the button to look at his cards, but he was like millimeters away from pressing the call button.
I mean, does he know he has king high?
I took off the glasses to make sure he doesn't have a straight.
7, 8.
Doesn't make sense.
It really does not make sense.
Well, I mean, in a way, like, he's right that it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Because this really isn't a move that Joao should be making with a pair of 7s. I mean, I assume he's turning it into a bluff. I don't think that he expects... I think when he gets called here, he expects to be losing most of the time, right?
Well, yeah, but also, I mean, you have king high. You don't even have pocket deuces. Like,
Right, yeah, this is just weird.
maybe a little posturing, maybe?
What's happening, Felipe Ramos? Get in touch.
He's king, no problem. He's king of cup. Can't call, man.
I ultimately agree with you, Raiden Khan.
What's your hand?
Well folded.
Tell me first,
What's your hand?
what did you have?
I have
Same hand I have
high.
now.
We three on Twitch asking if
on.
anyone's ever been
Really?
fired in the
King
GPL. Yes, Joe Stapleton.
no
He's
chance.
gone
Yeah, I play like 2 pair.
after a 1-hour match against La Douceur.
It's on me or on you?
Wow. No, it's on you.
Okay.
So I told you king high. What you have? Really? You can watch the replay.
Wow.
Curious.
Huh?
Help
What
a
did you
brother
have?
out.
King high. I have.
Really?
Really?
I beat you.
You beat me?
Yeah. You see later.
I bet he
Ace
didn't
high.
think he was, though.
I beat ace high as well.
Wow. So what now? Oh, four. Come on, no. You won't have Queen Jack maybe. Okay. If Queen Jack makes sense.
Did you raise or it's on me?
All right, Twitch chat, keep it clean, please. Nope, I didn't do that.
Do what?
Someone got banned. We do love interacting with you guys, but please be semi-respectful. Not to us, not to Joe and I.
I got a few triggers, and they rarely have anything to do with me, is what I mean. I got a few triggers. So it looks like there's a pair and then some draws. Pair and a draw. Yeah. 6, 8, 9, 10. I have a hard time seeing the double gutter. That's just a single gutter. Joao wins that one.
It's on me, yes.
Suited ace 10 for Raiden. Here comes the 3-bet, 4,800.
Yeah.
Really hot.
Easy fold for Joao. And Joao with a significant chip lead yet again. This
Come back to the friendly game.
could very well go. 9 points to Sao Paulo.
Fold. Friendly game. Come on.
Joe, if you're not too busy after the match, I know you have a sports car, but I really would enjoy for you to give me a ride to Home Depot so we can fix this floor issue. Maybe ruin your leather seats and stuff, but I think it's important for the league.
Those leather seats were ruined long ago.
Hey, Joe, you and I, by the way, were in the Las Vegas Review-Journal on Saturday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did
What is
not
that?
involve a crime of any sort.
That's
so
a real
Congrats to
newspaper.
us. Yeah, that's right. Good for us. They also got our good side, which is basically 3/4 desk and just 1/4 us.
3/4 desk, slightly blurry, low lighting.
So we like
Is our
it.
good side. King high is still the best hand for right now.
Check.
Joao increasing his lead.
I got you, my friend.
Ah, you read me now, but I read you too. King high. Ah, yeah. Interesting.
Funny, with 8 straight wins, the Brazilians seem to all be smiling at the moment.
Ooh, what is that?
This could be it, Joe.
Is it it? Oh, well, it is very likely to get piled in. Raiden Khan all in. Joao Simao calls ahead.
Wow.
2 hearts on the
Uh-oh.
flop,
Same
though.
thing, but my
Same.
account is better. I can hold easy.
Hey,
King on the turn,
always come.
and it's a
Okay,
heart.
Nice hand.
Raiden
The ladies don't like me, you know. I'm
doubles
married.
up.
Just one lady. 2 ladies, not good. Nice hand.
Joao claiming he got doinked by his wife on that hand. Doinking means
Yes.
giving somebody bad luck.
I see.
Different from boinking.
Not the fatality now, right?
Okay, Mortal Kombat jokes. He loves them, obviously.
We three asking if Joao is home and away. Sao Paulo is the home team in this match, and for those wondering what the difference is, home teams get to see their opponent's selection before inserting their own player.
You know, I'm really jealous of all these people posting photos of their dads online on Father's Day.
Okay.
Joe, you have a father.
Yeah, no, but he looks terrible on camera. He's just not very photogenic.
Man, I set you up for that. Good job, Eric.
Lines are 500 to 1,000 as Grandpa comes down the stairs. Do you think if we just poured a bunch of oil on it, that it might soak up through the wood enough to stop the creaking? Because you're saying you can't get in there, right?
Yeah, it is unfortunately fixed at the moment. Yeah, so you really nothing we can do.
Here's an idea.
Yeah,
We rent the space next door, drill up through the floor.
I like it.
It's a can't miss scenario. I've seen it in a million movies. They always do it exactly right. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's straight. Joao is going to need runner to catch up. This will be a really filthy runner, especially if it goes, Jack 10.
The Jack on the turn has become an official card of the GPL.
Jack of clubs, offsuit 10 on the river, just totally blindsided. Bob the Ripper says, dat flop.
Whoa.
Whoa. What does that even mean, whoa?
Yeah, not sure.
Not a good card. Not a good card for Joao. You know, Joao sounds a lot like JWoww from the Jersey Shore, right? It's like the same thing. If you pronounce JWoww the wrong, it would be like Joao.
One thing I have noticed in America, Joe, is that Snooki has her own home improvement show now.
I did not know that.
That does not exist in Canada. Thank the heavens.
Oh, man, there's so many reasons why Canada is better.
Yeah.
Yet another.
Also, I saw that Ice Cube. No, Ice...
Tea?
No, I'm not even Ice.
Which Ice?
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla
has
Ice.
his own renovation
He's like, they
show.
all look the same to me. Rappers, that is.
No. The one that steals the music. Vanilla Ice. Yeah.
It should be that Vanilla Ice gets to live in the house for as long as the repairs are going on for, since he's probably homeless.
You know what? I'd watch that show.
Bet, nice.
M. Burnsy23 says, Stapes, how's it going? It's going great. The Casino Review asks, don't the sunglasses reflect the screen? I think that that's possible.
Come on, Raiden.
That could explain the Joao dominance.
Did you really hit the 6?
What about M. Burnsy? That's our buddy. M. Burnsy, welcome to the show.
What about him, though?
I don't know. Maybe we can give him a shout out?
So he wants to be like, yo, M. Burnsy, what's up, dude?
Yeah. Do we do that?
No.
Oh,
I don't do that.
sorry.
Should I fold or should I go? I mean, how can I fold it here?
Popular 80s song, Should I Fold or Should I Go? Really good song.
I can't believe on this turn. Come on, it's a reds up.
What are we on the same hand still? What's happening?
Yeah, a
Joao's
lot
like
of thinking.
thinking about. I mean, can you just call here? Can you just call and have there be 35,000 in the middle? Raiden Khan with 21K left behind. This seems like a pretty easy fold to me. But what do I know? I eat the heads off fish.
Nice hand. What did you have?
There it goes.
Straight.
You made straight? You flopped it straight?
Anyway, you don't believe me. Whatever I say.
We're back to even here.
No, come on.
Come on.
Did you have it?
I don't have it.
I'm sorry, John. I don't remember.
M. Burnsy asking Joe, but I'll answer. Is it really hot in the cube? It is hot everywhere in here, M. Burnsy. Of course, with the sound, we have to turn off the air conditioning units. And yeah, it does get very warm everywhere. We do feel that in the cube, it is not as warm as it is here, but with the intensity and the pressure, it gets kind of warm in there, Joe. You were there earlier today.
It's warm in there. It's warm out here. It's warm outside. It's June in Las Vegas.
Yeah, we're also on the heels of a massive heat wave. I saw 136 at Lake Mead today, so it's going to get a little warm.
You hit your gut shot?
Hmm?
You hit your gut shot?
Ah, my gut shot. How do you know?
Yeah.
Today was the first ever action for both players in heads-up competition. Both of them only played 6 max. Simao had 1 good performance out of 2 matches, 6 points so far this year in the league. Raiden Khan's done much better, 64% efficiency rate, 18 points in 4 matches, including a clean sweep, eliminating 5 straight players to win outright earlier in the season.
Boom!
All in.
Raiden jams pre-flop, and Joao folds king high, which is the best hand. I don't think he's quite at the spot yet where he needs to start calling it off with any king.
Casino Review mentioning that there will be free water at the EDC Festival tonight. Thank goodness for that, Joe. Please be careful if you are going to EDC. It's going to be boiling hot, and we know what you guys do down there, so just try to be safe.
I just call.
Joe did have tickets to EDC, but since he heard that Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris broke up, he's very distraught and has taken a break from the electronic music festival.
Man, this guy is such an idiot. Sorry, I gotta call people out for being an idiot sometimes.
Calvin Harris?
No.
Oh!
So Nico is someone who got banned from the chat earlier for, remember you said try to keep it nice?
Yeah, that was not cool.
And, he's like, I didn't mean to get banned for my first comment. Is there a list of rules or just avoid terrorism jokes? And I said, well, you managed to both be homophobic and make a joke about a bunch of people dying all in one fell swoop. And his response is always, now, Joe, I don't think you should be the first to judge bad jokes. That's not something I joke about, buddy. It's never something I'm going to joke about. You're an idiot.
Not funny stuff.
Sorry. Kidding me. It was less than a week ago.
Yeah, less than a week ago.
Freaking kidding me. This stuff. I'm sure you're not a bad person, but GTFO.
That's in no way a joke, so
It's not.
There's no reviewing of jokes here.
Stick to puns.
Check.
If you are wondering if there are rules in the chat, don't be an asshole, and
Exactly.
you can
it's
hang out with
easy.
us anytime. You can talk about us all you want. Hey, make a joke about my voice. It's never happened before. Talk about Joe's successes on Tinder. He'll enjoy that. But let's keep it classy, folks. All right, I've got to ask you, Joe, because Sev has asked now a few times. Who is your favorite Brazilian poker player? And you can't say Neymar because that's cheap.
It's so hard. I mean, there's Joao Simao.
He's awesome.
Joao Ramos.
Joao Bauer.
Joao Bundao.
Yeah. Joao Andrea Akari.
Joao Akari. Joao Jones. Joao Fernandez. I mean, it's real. How can I possibly pick a favorite?
You hit a 10? Oh.
See, GG the boss, I like that. We're not going to mention what you just said, but that's fine. That goes.
See, that's okay. It's a bad
That's
joke.
fine,
It's
yeah.
inappropriate, but at least it's over something nice.
Call Icon, what's it like to gargle rocks? I don't know.
That was not us that timed you out,
No,
GJ.
that's fine.
So hot here.
Oh, Raiden Khan, feeling the heat.
I'm gonna give up this one.
All in.
Boy, announces and goes all in.
Raiden cannot call.
I like the sound.
It's pretty cool when you do it.
There definitely are a lot of great pros out of Brazil.
I like this sound.
Two sevens versus ace deuce. We are very likely to see it all go in. It has gone all in. Two sixes on the flop, sevens holding. There is a deuce out there. A couple more outs. Oh, no, the baby full house. Simao dead to a 7 on the river. No 7.
Nice.
I guess 6 is full of 7s would have also worked.
Netted him.
Doesn't matter though. Raiden wins with the baby full house. He doubles up. He's now up to 31 big blinds. Joao Simao down to 18 big blinds. Blinds out 1 in 2,000.
Don't worry, just go away. You will get the winning.
$94. What can I do, right?
Pocket 10s for Raiden. Does he just try to put the 18 big blinds of Joao Simao all in?
What does that mean?
Lots on the line here. 3 points needed for Hong Kong to move to second in their conference, but at the same time, a streak stopper, as Sao Paulo has won 8 straight matches in the queue, undefeated so far. 8 straight games, sorry.
Yeah, I'm loving the fact that this streak is going. I want it to continue. No offense to the Hong Kong Stars, but I love it. I love a good behemoth.
We like our big streaks.
You know, I'm really glad that so many people on Tinder are honest about being transsexuals, because otherwise we're gonna have a lot of awkward dates.
Yeah.
Because I'm a generous right swiper apparently.
If yeah, otherwise you're gonna have a lot of coin flips. Oh, see what I did there?
Yeah, exactly. Jack, deuce, jack. Raiden pairs his deuce. Heart's not going to be a factor in this hand. Joao's facing a bet with just 7 high. Not much he can really do here. He's calling a little float ski, it looks like. All right. This could very well end up being the final hand, depending on how nuts Joao goes here and how hero-y Raiden gets with his deuce. He might finally get a chance for a Raiden fatality.
I see what you did there.
No move yet from Joao.
Ace high?
Close.
No. I mean, way worse than ace high. Definitely no pair. Ace high's got this crush, though. There's the bet of 51.50.
I'm liking Raiden Khan.
I just don't know if this bet's enough. Like, what is it, like a third of the pot?
I have a strong feeling I'm lose this hand. I don't know why.
Well, if you fold, you're definitely going to lose.
It's a pro tip.
It's too cheap to call. You can't be have deuce ace high. You won't bet ace high. You hit something.
He hit nothing. He hit the bet button.
5,000.
That's all he hit.
Pay off no matter what.
God, I hope he erases this.
Flash draw, no way. Push me on another fold. I fold.
Wow, he folds the best hand. Nice one.
Hit 8. Did you hit 8?
I hit a pair. I have 2 pair.
Verity for all says, looks like a sick bet for value, so tough call. I agree, it's a tough call.
Yeah,
I
very
don't
tough
have
call.
the deuce, I don't have flush draw, I don't have the 10, I don't have the 8. That's
I
all.
think you have the jack.
Bob the Ripper was with you. He wanted Raiden to raise it.
Yep.
Lim again.
Speaking of raising, Joe, tomorrow, Brian Rast of the Berlin Bears could be raising after a bracelet victory tonight. Rumor has it that Jason Mercier might make his cube debut if he doesn't win something tomorrow. Walter Trukariki comes into the cube on Tuesday for the Rome Emperors, who are in trouble. The LA Sunset have yet to name an opponent. Paris faces San Francisco on Wednesday, and next week, folks, Kitty Kuo will make her cube debut. My favorite player in poker, Kitty Kuo.
You know what?
Yep.
Maybe I'll roll out one of my favorite games for Kitty. Did Kitty quote it?
Yeah, I like it. I think we should do that game.
Maybe I'll come in with a little fun and games plan for everybody.
So Kitty will not be in this week, but next week, Kitty Kuo.
She will go her side.
That's right, my favorite poker player out there.
So Joao 3 bets with a pair on the flop. Raiden does have top pair. I don't know if he's going to be able to get away from this. Joao's got a third of his stack invested now.
12 total.
So 4,800 to call.
Lots of worse hands that Joao could be doing this with. Lots of draws.
How much you play behind?
24.
CubeSide reporter Laura Cornelius reporting that Chance Cornuth will be facing Walter Trukariki on Tuesday. Chance Cornuth will be predicting many jacks on the turn inside the cube.
Cali Icon asks, is this the final matchup of the day? Yes, it is. But we are back tomorrow at 10:45 in the a.m.
Joe and I would stay for another match, but whoa, hold on. No more jokes.
Okay, I call.
Any calls?
All right, it looks like Raiden is finally going to win a match. Joao Simao needs to get super lucky here, and he needs to get it on the river. No 10, no 4. Joao loses 1 of 3 matches. Raiden Khan manages to get the Hong Kong Stars on the board, and these points were super important for the Hong Kong Stars because they had the potential to move up in the rankings today.
Yeah, they move up to second place with that victory ahead of the London Royals, so good on them, again, temporarily as the week is not ended. But yeah, 103 points, 3 points ahead of the London Royals now, 1 point behind the Moscow Wolverines. So hey, 3 points that were important. On the other side, the streak is over, Joe. The streak that we both wanted it to continue just because we like them streaks. It's over.
Hey
Sao
now,
Paulo,
hey now.
they've lost one.
The dream, it's over. Don't dream it's over, I think is the real lyrics. But you're a child of the 80s. You probably
Yes.
would know that one. So, okay, so Hong Kong does get on the board. That's the way it goes. Sometimes very important to not get swept in these matches. But just an absolutely sick run for Sao Paulo Metropolitans.
Yeah.
The fact that they won 8 of
Yeah.
9 matches in the cube. Not matches, excuse me. 8 of 9 games in
yeah.
the cube. I mean, that's a lot
3
of
straight
points.
matches now. They're still undefeated match-wise.
That's right.
And yeah, you're right. I mean, they started off this summer series in 4th place. They move up. They're still in 3rd, but they keep on adding those points. If it weren't for good matches by the Sunset, they could have been in 2nd place. But the Sunset have been playing really well in the cube as well. So we'll have to see what happens later on this week.
And the way that Raiden Khan was complaining about the heat in there, I thought maybe it was going to be a factor. Maybe it was going to affect him. But if anything, it helped out because he did manage to eke out that 1-game victory here on the GPL. Let's talk a little bit about just the standings in general. So you mentioned that Hong Kong has moved up a spot.
Yeah, that's right. They move up to 2nd place, just 1 point behind the Wolverines. London is sticking with 100 points, then Paris at 92. So those 4 teams are still doing good. I think a team like Berlin and Rome would have preferred that the sweep would have been on, but at this point they'll have to be satisfied with just 3 points. Again, not the result that Hong Kong wanted. However, 3 points still better than 0. I know I'm stating the obvious, but points-wise, it is crucial to get at least 3 points here.
Yeah, Joao Simao must be feeling pretty good anyway, winning 6 of 9 points, only 3 of them going to the Hong Kong Stars. He's standing by right now with Laura.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Eric. Congratulations. We already knew you had won the match. You won the first 2 games. You weren't able to take that one down, but it was pretty close. We thought you might do it at first, but Raiden getting lucky towards the end there.
Yeah, it happens, I made the flush in the 2nd match. Now he busted. He busted me first. he win ace-5 for queens, I don't know, ace
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And now in the last hand, he was raising me a lot when I bet small size, so I decided to make a small size in this deuce 4-7 with 2 clubs to induce him to raise me, because this board is really good for him. And I just make a mini re-raise because I don't want to make him fold a worse 4 or 6-8, 5-6, something like this, you know. And I have just like 10 big blinds in the heads up. I will not be able to fold this 4. So I tried to induce him, and he had the top pair, and that's it. I'm very happy.
You're still happy.
Yeah.
Sao Paulo doing so well. How did you find it inside the cube, away from the poker? I know it's hot in there. Can you feel the pressure more than you can in a normal poker arena?
Actually, the pressure is bigger before the match starts, you know?
Okay.
When they start, we all know what to do, you know? We all do it every time, so just play poker. I think that we are going well because it's too hot there, and Brazilians are able to be in the hot place, you know? So it's an edge for us.
Well, you won the match, so can we have a song?
I'm not good to sing.
I put you on the spot there, didn't I?
Sorry.
How about a Vamos?
Vamos.
That will do. That will do. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Joao Simao for the Sao Paulo Mets. Back to you guys at the desk.
Vamos or vamos, still unclear.
That's
by the way
right.
he said that. I like Laura's question about his comparison of this arena compared to other poker arenas. I think that this is slightly warmer than all the other poker arenas I've been in.
Agreed. Yeah, I agree.
I will say I'm kind of joshing a little bit, but so when we did season 2 of the big game,
Yes.
we actually shot the set was in the arena at the South Point Casino,
I did not know
and
this.
they had just had a rodeo in.
Oh.
And so there were a lot of flies around. And in order to keep the flies at bay, they had to keep the temperature like at 65 degrees.
Right.
And so if you watch season 2 of the big game, you'll see a lot of the players are at the table rubbing their hands, holding hot drinks with scarves because it was freezing. And there's one awesome shot where Amit Makija is like making a really tough decision and a fly lands right on his eyebrow.
Awesome.
We cut away from it very quickly, but you can see if you're paying attention.
What about poor Amanda on those couches with the short dresses?
Yeah, but
That must have
Amanda
been tough.
had people. She
I
had like
see,
a woman
it's
come
true.
over
Yeah,
with like
all
a robe
right,
and
I
a cup
gotcha.
and a cup of hot cocoa every time the camera tally light
I
went
gotcha.
off. So
a
she
bit
had
like
it just
like the
fine.
corn dog right now.
Oh yeah, the corn dog's like being warmed up by like a team of French guys.
Yep. Hola.
It sounded worse than it was, but probably it doesn't matter. I'm sure she's fine with it. Let's take a look at the league standings before we get out of here. We'll start with the Americas Conference.
Let's go Americas with the Montreal Nationals. Those they will have, I guess, unofficially have played 27 matches. Some points will be added there. We'll let you know tomorrow. There's the LA Sunset. They are in the arena on Tuesday. Chance Cornuth back in the cube. Last time Chance Cornuth played, he played one hand, Joe, live from the European Poker Awards. You were partly responsible for that.
Yes.
As the drinks were flowing. And Chance tried to make it cool, to make us feel part of the poker community. That didn't work out very well, and Maria Ho was shocked and really upset by the way things turned out.
If you have a dodgy internet connection, which she had in that Blue Lagoon Lounge or whatever
That's right,
it's called,
Blue Lagoon, yeah.
And no, the Blue Martini, I think it's the Blue Gin. The Blue
Gin, yes.
The Blue Gin. The reception was bad, so as long as you got, I would just move in too until because you never know when it's gonna,
Also, in a bit of a weird collusion, not collusion, Dmitry Urbanovich cheering him on, egging him on, saying you should go all in here when you have a rival telling you to do that. Probably not the best
Well, it
advice you're
happens in
getting.
the cube all the time. We're still working out the kinks here. Let's take a look at the standings for Eurasia.
Yeah, as I mentioned, 3 points that are really necessary for the Stars. They're still a point behind first, but really holding on strong, Joe. Moscow and Hong Kong were 2 teams that most predicted would not be faring so well this year. Little did we all know, and they were all wrong.
So
the Hong
far.
Kong Stars, yeah, absolutely. But it does look good for the Stars. Almost 30 points, a 29-point lead on playoffs right now. We'll see Rome and Berlin in the cube later on this week, including tomorrow. The Berlin Bears drop Brian Rast. He is currently, when you leave us in a few minutes, make sure you head on over to WSOP.com. It is the official final table starting off very soon. Brian Rast, I think, 4th in chip, so congratulations and good luck to Brian there. He might be facing a guy that's been winning a couple times this week. Jason
Maybe.
Mercier. Yeah, Mercier.
The
rumored.
Merce Dog.
That's him. Yeah, rumored to be in the cube tomorrow unless he final tables something, which could very well happen.
Always a possibility.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what happens. But it could be a Ras and Mercier match. That could be a fun match tomorrow. And if that does happen, I'm sure that Jason's lovely girlfriend Natasha might come over with Marshmallow, the #1 dog in poker. That dog's been to 3 final tables this week, by the way, and I'll buy it.
I don't get dogs.
I'm not a big dog guy.
I'm perfectly fine having a meal without something staring at me. You know what I mean? That's dogs, like 90% of their day is staring at you while you eat.
I heard if you and Geneva go on a date, she might be staring at you quite a bit.
Yeah, well, you understand that Geneva was a bot, right?
What do you mean?
Geneva was not a real human being. I'm expecting... I usually just go, hey, let me send you my credit card number now.
So are you saying that since you've passed her on to me, I am not having dinner with her tonight?
I don't think, first of all, I don't think dinner was ever in the cards, regardless of whether she was real or not. I'm ready to get out of here. Are you ready to get out of here?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, guys, we are done for today. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 10:45 a.m. local time. That is when we will be back. Congratulations to Joao Simao for his 6 points. Raiden Cod, you managed to not completely stink it up today. Good job. For Laura Cornelius and Eric Dennis, I am Joe Stapleton. Smell you later.
Can't get enough of the GPL? Head over to globalpokerleague.com for the most complete and up-to-date standings, schedule, stats, and information on your favorite team, as well as full-length match replays, highlights, and epic hands from all of our matches, and much, much more.
Breathe the air just like a fire, we can't control it. See explosions in the sky. Moving faster than the sun over horizon. Chance it all to feeling high.
Body's moving slow.